46 years of brilliance. We're grilling Mr. Novak this morning on all his top tips and tricks over 46 years of life. Happy birthday. Stay tuned. It's going to be a cracking episode. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you feel older?
Yep. 30 no, 20 no, 40 no, but 46 got me. Feel it.
46 got you. But you were saying, funny enough, that meant less alcohol on the weekend.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, happier than ever, but like it was like, shit, hang on, this is like 4 years to 50.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's another year. It's you're almost on your halfway line.
Yeah, that's it.
But 46 years of brilliance. We're going to be just sort of grilling you with questions this morning, from everything from real estate to 46 years of learning. But the first sort of question, I was thinking in the car this morning. You've seen all property cycles, maybe once, maybe twice now.
Yep.
Some more than others. Is this a weird time? Do you think this is a weird time to be transacting?
Nope.
No. So things like interest rates, things like prices going down, things like changeover costs. Like there's a lot of talk about property at the moment. Is this just, do you think another normal cycle?
Yep. It's like blah, 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 blah. Seen it before, heard it before.
Yeah.
What, people optimize, people break. It just seems to be that it's a vicious cycle, and such is life.
Okay. All right. So briefly off air, you did mention that you, the old man, was a real estate agent, but you never got the opportunity to work with him.
Nope.
Now I asked you, would you change that? And you said no, you didn't miss it. But do you think you're a better real estate agent than he was?
Yep.
Why is that?
Dad focus more on selling and less on business.
Okay.
So we were different styles, and I'm the best style I could be. He was the best style he could be. So I just love, that I'm doing. Like it's not. I think it's not really a competition where you pip yourself up against someone else. But I think that Dad was a very content person, and there's a sayings where they say he was wealthy because he was content, and he was content because he was wealthy. And I'm not talking about money. So I'm not talking about money. So Dad was an extremely wealthy guy and a very content guy, but wasn't content with high volume sales. Do you know what I mean? He was just content with life. So he'd be happy with literally bread on the table. We never threw out food. He was a prisoner of war in World War II a couple of times. Like he had a really high appreciation for the simple things, whereas I'm probably more westernized, where I'm like, need more sales, and I need more. So just maybe that's a better salesperson, just being content.
Well, that's a beautiful thing about this industry. It does open opportunities for just about everyone. So Mark on the business, father in the business. That's nice. And Sean's wished you happy birthday there as well. 21st. What's been your favourite birthday, Mark, or do they get better and better?
Look, I guess it'd be very cliche to say it'd get better and better, but it does. Like I think the highs get higher and the lows get lower in life, and you just got to manage those lows and manage those highs. So it's I'd say every year gets better for sure. 40 was good. But no, it's just different. We're always very different.
It is. And we also recently celebrated Novak's birthday, the
Yes.
officer's birthday.
20 years.
20 years. Yeah, that's got to be a bit nuts to look back on. Are you guys surprised where the business is at now? Over 46 years, it's a long time, but to chip away at, you know, a small thing like the business that's now grown into such a big thing it is now. 23 years when you started it?
Yeah, look, I think it could have been. There was always the opportunity to franchise, take a franchise on. There was always an opportunity to franchise our name, but there was always an opportunity for, you know, to take on partners to grow the business,
Yep.
and also to take on multiple offices. But I think there's also a beauty in keeping it simple as well. So, you know, it's allowed us, the business has allowed us to grow people in our business, which has been really rewarding, and then grow ourselves and our family and stuff like that. So I think it could have been. I'm very happy with you know, 0 to 40, 45 staff over that amount of period, and we manage a lot. I think we're managing just under 1,600 properties. You know, really proud of the team and stuff. But yeah, good organic growth. It's been good.
Organic growth. I love that. Okay, a few other weird questions. Favorite breakfast to power 46 years of age?
Favorite breakfast would be toast with honey and peanut butter.
Extremely simple. I love that.
Sourdough.
Sourdough. Favorite downtime?
Favorite downtime would be couch, Netflix.
They call that Netflix and chill, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the best.
The volatility is the craziest in history. So thoughts on the market right now? Would you agree with that?
Oh, look, there's always drama. You know, whether the market's high or the market lows, there's always good legitimate drama in the property marketplace, and you know, and legitimate shit times in the marketplace, and that's a great testing time for that. There's people that don't deserve some of the stuff that they have, and you know, that's the market testing that there's people that have overextended themselves, and that's the market testing those people. There's people that deserve, and that market tests them and they pull through. So I think it's just that age-old test of business. Yeah.
But it's interesting because I hear it so much, you know, property is a long game, and if you're buying for 10 years, you know, effectively you've never really lost out. Is there ever been a bad time to buy then? You know, has there ever been a time where it's like, actually, let's just wait 6 months? Because that's what we're hearing at the moment.
Yeah, look, I think it's the market's all ever been about timing, which is what you're suggesting, TIMING. The market's always been about the duration that you've purchased the properties for. So time in, IN.
Yeah.
So in short, you know, you just buy when you can, how you can, and off you go. Just don't look back, because you're not buying Bitcoin stocks. You're not hedging. You know, it's just good long term, and it's such an expensive barrier to entry and barrier to exit property. You're not going to buy it. You're not thinking short term anyway. So I think that, but most people live in the moment and live in that short term. So it's quite hard to program yourself long term. So, but no, I think you buy when you can straight away.
Whenever. Okay.
Yep.
Agreed as getting older, although I do miss being able to eat/drink anything. Can you safely say you could still do that at 46, or are you having to watch it?
Nah, struggling.
Anything you want to add? Best highlight in real estate in 46 years?
I think the buying and fitting out the new office was fucking like just a great facility and a great dream coming true.
Yeah.
You know, I think a good even balance, like with family and you know, relationships, just balancing it all out. It's never really just been one. Like I think you can do. You know what I mean? Like you can do what's that? It's life.
That was a 2-word answer, and you just took way too long to say it.
Yeah, who said that? Who said that? How'd that come through as Novak?
Big Brother is watching.
Yeah. Wow.
That's funny. We'll move on so we don't dig a bigger hole. What about worst moment in 46 years? Anonymous.
Not being able to pay bills.
So, yeah, of course, for anyone, I guess it does get tight on the old pockets. Can you say that's, just been normal for you as well? No
yeah,
different.
like I think particularly in the first half of the business, there was just a lot of pain, and I think also sometimes not that also is actually managing yourself, and it's also managing and not second guessing yourself and not blowing it all up and sticking at it, So a lot of that sometimes I think when your balls are on the cheese shredder, you sort of think to yourself, what's wrong with me? This shouldn't be like this. And it's like, nah, keep going, head down. And a really good client of mine just said, Norm Evangelides, and I know I've said this a couple of times, but he said, mate, just keep answering the phone. The best advice I can give you is just keep answering the phone, which is just pretty much like saying just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Weirdest. We've done some pretty crazy marketing stuff, but weirdest marketing campaign you've done? 46 years.
I love when LJ Hooker was on the beachfront, and they decided to move to Pittwater Road, the strip of Pittwater Road, and we put on our window. We welcome. Novak would love to welcome the hookers to the strip.
Love that.
And I was like, no. I was like, come on, have a bit of fun. We're welcoming the guys. And never called me either.
That's probably the awkward part. If it had been just cheeky phone call, it would have been all right.
Yeah.
I think we're almost the show. Happy birthday once again. 46 years of age.
Thanks to everyone for the support of the community of our business. So, we've employed a lot of people and helped a lot of families, and it's not without people making that decision to use us for our services. So, thanks to the whole Northern Beaches community, and with social media, that's been a very different part of our business. Where nationally, even internationally, we're talking with a lot of people constantly. So it's an amazing network of people. Thanks for your support.
Yeah. Well, I can certainly say on behalf of the office and on behalf of the local and community further reach, there's a lot of people that are going to say thank you to the stuff that you've done over the 23 years of the business and much more than that outside of it. So happy birthday. Thank you, Mr. Novak. That is the show, 46 years of brilliance.
Thank you, Billy the Kid. You legend. Watch Billy.
Stay tuned.
It's going to be exciting to see you. All right. See you, man. Thanks.
Ciao.